going, oh, you're watching Jordan Pickford carpet bomb our right hand side, ball after ball after ball, just looped up. He does that stupid kick every single time. And Manchester United on the ball, just lackluster, poor Cunha. I thought it was poor, sloppy. Bruno Fernandes, sloppy. Kobe Manu, sloppy. Brian Mbeumo just completely nullified against centre halves. And I'm not surprised. Chipping the ball up to him when he's got centre halves either side of him. Amad Diallo, end product, poor. And I don't want to be overly critical of the team or Michael Carrick because Everton is kind of a difficult place to go. It's not at the minute, but if you'd have said to me a couple of weeks ago, you're going to go to the Hill Dickinson, you're going to get a 1-0 win, clean sheet, I'd have been like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that and run, especially with 10, 11 games remaining, whatever it is. Getting into that top four is the only thing that matters. Results are the only thing that matter. But the performance was not good enough today for the vast majority of that game. Horrifically bad. And I put some of that on Carrick. I look at the starting 11 and I think SESKO should have started. I think he's come on and improved that. And people will turn around and say, well, SESKO's come on. He scored yet again off the bench. That's his thing now. I can't get behind that. I'll be brutally honest. I think your striker scoring, I'm of the mindset. If your striker's in form, he's playing well, he's scoring goals, just keep playing him. Just keep chucking him in, keep playing him. And I think that will come. I think that front three that we saw end the game, the front three that we saw kill the game off Cunha into Boomo into SESKO, that will become our front three towards the end of the season. Because I think for all we love Amad Diallo, his ability one-on-one is very impressive. Games like that today, you need to impact the game, especially away from home. You have to get a goal or get an assist. And Amad Diallo is great at certain elements of the game in terms of one-on-one, dribbling, carrying the ball for Manchester United, getting us out of tight spaces. But you look at Mbeumo, as soon as he goes out there, right, it makes one run, it's one pass and it's goal. Like, just effective, clinical. You could say Amad Diallo's played better than Mbeumo today as a footballer because Mbeumo was loose, his touch was slack, but ultimately he comes away with an assist, and that is what Brian Mbeumo does so well. The rest of the team, I thought the back four was solid. I thought Delors started all right, faded a little bit towards the second half. Luke Shaw looks leggy-ish. I was concerned against Ndai. Ndai is a player I absolutely love, and you could see at times Luke Shaw didn't really want to get engaged, didn't really want to get too tight to him, and the couple of times that he did get tight to him ended up fouling him because he didn't want him to spin him, get him behind. So you could tell Luke Shaw's getting into that stage where he's a little bit lethargic, a little bit tight, getting out stuff. But unfortunately, Dorgu's out for another few games. Martinez is now out, so we don't really have any other options. He's just going to have to keep playing. Harry Maguire and Lenny Yoro, I thought Yoro started a little bit shaky, a little bit uneven on the ball. There's a couple of times with Lenny Yoro, if you watch him playing the ball to his other centre half, you can usually tell how he's going to play by them passes because he tends to like underhit him or bobble him in. And as soon as I see that, I'm sat there and I'm thinking, yeah, this just isn't going to be the day. But he tidied it up. He got better on the ball. He got a little bit more composure in terms of dealing with Barry up front. And I think both of them as an individual dealt with that collectively. Delors, like I say, faded a little bit. Casemiro and Manu, I thought, were not effective, but not bad. Just steady in that game. We're not really looking at them to create much, to be honest. I thought there was times where Kobe Manu was a little bit further from the ball than what he usually is. In terms of, we spoke a lot of times about him coming over, helping out the midfield and just playing these 1-2s. I thought he was a little bit, maybe 5 yards out of the game, which I don't know whether that was instruction, whether that was just Kobe kind of not really being on it today. But for me, you need him coming in there to just make Manchester United look more like a football team. And yeah, you can't really criticise when you come away from a game like that with a 1-0 win, with a clean sheet. Selling Lemens, by the way, I need to talk about him because, my God, what is it like to have a keeper who can catch the ball? How much of a joy is that? How refreshing is it seeing your keeper come out and make high claims? It's so impressive from Senny Lamens. Gary Neville was speaking about him and nearly got done by Curse of the commentator when he put the ball down and Barry kind of went round him. But Senny Lamens just like physical altercations all game. The corners, you've got Bramthwaite kind of leaning into him. You've got Tarkowski and Keane bombing in on him. And so many times he came out, he punched at the right time, he claimed at the right time. And every single shot is just clean. I speak so much about Edwin van der Sar and why I think he's the best Manchester United keeper. It's because he was so clean. Nothing bounced off Van der Sar. Nothing came out. And Senny Lamens has got a little bit of that in terms of, you think of the Jimmy Garner shot that he had, right? It's not top corner, granted, but it's middle height. It's probably about here in the net, isn't it? And Senny Lamens just jumps and catches the ball. Just chill as you like. But we haven't had that. You look at Bayern, you look at Anana, and so I guarantee we'd have conceded in that game with one of them keepers, because the amount of balls coming in, the amounts of shots he's facing, and he just goes through the game. He goes through the game when he's on the ball. He's tidy, and he doesn't mess about with anything. The ball comes back to him. If he's under any sort of pressure, he's sending it upfield. He's sending it wherever it needs to go. He'll go back to his line and he'll say, deal with it. You lot deal with it. And I don't necessarily mind that from Senny Lamens. 1-0, Manchester United. We are now, where are we in the league? I think we are still fourth, but we are 3 points off Aston Villa. Yeah, so we're 3 points off Aston Villa. 2 points ahead of Chelsea, 2 points ahead of Liverpool. Villa have got Wolves up next, but then they've got Chelsea, they've got United after that. So that's the opportunity for Manchester United, is to leapfrog them and start be aspirational, start looking up the table, start saying, we can do this, we can go to third place, and we can finish this season on a real high, because all of these teams have got Europe now. Manchester United don't. I was disappointed with the lack of impetus, the lack of kind of what's it called? Just the ability to press today, to get out, to recycle and get the ball moving yet again. And I was disappointed with that, I'll be honest. But now we're back into it. We've got 11 games left to play, 11 cup finals for Manchester United to get into the Champions League. And that is all it's about. That is all that matters for Manchester United this season. 1-0, signing off with a win. Get down in the comments. Let me know if you agree, disagree, who you thought played well, who was man of the match, and also like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Au revoir.